All right, welcome. Today, we're diving into something called the High Value Wellness Blueprint. And right off the bat, I want to be clear. This has nothing to do with perfection. It's all about a set of intentional habits designed to really upgrade your life from the inside out. So let's just kick things off with this question. What if the biggest, most incredible glow-up of your entire life had absolutely nothing to do with how you look? What if it was all about how you treat yourself, your body, your energy, and your mindset every single day? That's really the core idea we're going to explore.
And that brings us right to the foundation of it all, the high-value mindset. Now, this is super important. This is not about trying to be some flawless, perfect person. Not at all. It's about cultivating a deep, real, internal self-respect that actually guides the choices you make.
So, what does that actually look like day to day? Well, according to this blueprint, it boils down to 3 key actions: protecting your energy, honoring your health, and building routines that actually supports you in the long run. It's all about being proactive for your own well-being, instead of just reacting to whatever life throws at you.
And I really want to double down on this point. This isn't some finish line you cross. It's a practice, something you do every day. It's about the small, consistent choices you make that send a message to yourself that says, hey, I am valued and I am worthy of care.
Okay, let's get into the first big habit, and it all starts with our relationship with food. We're talking about shifting the entire way we think, moving away from restriction and toward real, genuine nourishment.
Okay, look at this comparison because it really lays it all out. On one side, you've got the old way of thinking, dieting. You know the drill. Restriction, punishment, always feeling like you're fighting your own body. But then, on the other side, we have this shift to fueling. And that's all about nourishment, seeing food as powerful information, and, this is key, actually listening to what your body is telling you it needs. So how do we actually do this? Well, it comes down to these 3 simple priorities. First, focusing on protein for metabolic health and building strength. Second, choosing whole, unprocessed foods to help keep your hormones balanced. And third, making sure you get enough healthy fats, which are just absolutely essential for your brain and even for glowing skin.
And this quote just nails the new mindset, doesn't it? Every single meal is an opportunity to give your body the information it needs to thrive. It's not about good foods or bad foods, it's about what works with your body, not against it.
Let's move on to the next major pillar here, protecting your energy. Now, this is about 2 things that are so often pushed aside in our crazy busy culture: sleep and calm. And we're going to start framing them not as luxuries, but as your actual superpowers.
I absolutely love this reframe. We tend to think of sleep as just downtime, right? But it's actually one of the most productive things you can possibly do. It's when your body repairs itself, your hormones rebalance, and your brain sorts everything out. Seriously, making sleep a priority is a total power move for being better at everything else in your life.
And the best part? This doesn't have to be some crazy complicated thing. Just look at these simple steps. 1, set a consistent bedtime. This helps regulate your body's internal clock. 2, cut down on the nighttime scrolling. That blue light is basically telling your brain to stay awake. And 3, create some kind of calm routine. It could be reading a book, some gentle stretching, anything that tells your body, hey, it's safe to power down now. Now, protecting your energy goes way beyond just getting 8 hours of sleep. It's also about what you do in the other 16 hours. It's about getting ahead of stress and preventing that feeling of burnout before it can even take hold.
And here are some incredibly powerful, but still simple tools for that. Morning walks get you sunlight and some gentle movement. A few minutes of breath work or prayer can literally reset your nervous system. And notice these last 2. They're all about boundaries. Learning to say no and slowing down, those aren't weaknesses. They are powerful acts of self-preservation.
So, here's the bottom line. Calm isn't laziness. It is not a passive state. Intentionally creating calm in your life is a strategy. It's what allows you to make better decisions, protect your energy, and show up as your absolute best self when it really counts.
All right, let's talk about movement. Our third habit here completely reframes the whole idea of exercise. This is not about punishing your body for something you ate. It's about celebrating what your body can do. It's a way to express yourself.
This slide really captures that shift perfectly. The old mindset, right? Exercise is a chore, the goal is to get smaller, and it's all about how you look. But the new mindset? The goal is to feel strong. It's about building real, lasting confidence from the inside out. It's about your own personal power.
And that's really the ultimate mission here. Whether you're lifting weights or dancing or just going for a walk, the intention is to build strength and confidence, to feel capable and powerful in the body you have right now.
So all of this brings us to our final section, which really ties everything together. All of these habits, nourishment, rest, movement, they aren't just separate things you do. They are the actual building blocks for the true glow-up, a lifestyle that is built on self-trust.
You know, we have to get past this idea that self-care is just a bubble bath or a face mask every once in a while. True high-value self-care is about the small, consistent, and yeah, sometimes unglamorous things you do every single day, simply because you know you are worthy of that care.
This might be one of the most powerful principles of change there is. It's not about making one single huge gesture. It's about all the tiny daily promises you keep to yourself. Think of it like this. Every time you keep one, you're making a little deposit into your self-trust account, and over time, that balance compounds into this massive, unshakable confidence.
In this slide just perfectly contrasts the two different paths you can take. Chasing trends and quick fixes, it's extreme and it always leads to burnout. But building a lifestyle that's intentional, it's sustainable, and its main goal isn't a number on a scale, it's a deep sense of trust in yourself.
So here it is. This is the end game. The real transformation, the ultimate glow-up, is becoming someone who trusts her own choices, listens to her own body, and knows deep down how to care for herself for the long haul.
When you really think about it, everything we've talked about today boils down to this one single powerful decision. When you start treating your physical and your mental health like it's your most valuable asset, because let's be real, it is, all of these other habits just naturally start to fall into place.
So, I'll just leave you with this final thought. You don't have to do everything all at once. Not at all. The real power is just in getting started. So looking back at this blueprint, which one of these habits really jumps out at you right now? Which one are you committing to first?